jwale ke tuka molelo diphilo ke na le ngwaga tse tharo ke betsa comedy marapo bizo la me ke bofelo ke batla go tshwana le tshepo ke batla go tshwana tlhalefo ke spana ka thata ke tinto 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 tinto.
All right. You saw the flyer. You saw a pretty face. You saw an attorney who's about to be coming in the studio. Well, the wait is over. She's in the building. She has amazing things going on the 14th of June. New channel alert. Her name is Shathani Somolekae. Good morning. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Good morning, TKay. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just like super happy that you're here.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's been a long time coming.
It's been a while.
And I think we have spoken so many months, if not a year ago, of the plan to have you in the studio to talk about a lot of other things.
Yeah.
But then again, I started seeing things that are happening and that are dropping on the 14th of June.
Of June, yes.
And I said, look, she's got to be in the building because what you're doing is amazing work. And Botswana need to hear what's going on the 14th of June. Tell them a little bit about who you are, and then we get into the 14th of June.
Great. Good morning, everybody. My name is Shathani Somolekae. I am an attorney working at the law firm Collins Chilisa Consultants. I love the law. Very passionate about what we call jurisprudential development, and particularly areas or the law as it pertains to employment and labor law.
Yes.
I really believe that it affects each and every single one of us. We are either employed or we are employing somebody. And that's a fact, and it's inevitable for each and every single person.
That's right.
And so it's important to know your rights and obligations flowing from that relationship because it affects every single area of your life. And for most people, for the good. Unfortunately, for others, it's a painful experience.
Yeah.
So, that's me in a nutshell, I guess, with respect to being an attorney.
We'll get into the respect to every other things.
Yeah.
Right? Because we get juicy on the Juice 2.0. But today we'll try to be just in context of what's happening on the 14th of June.
Exactly.
What's happening on the 14th of June?
So on the 14th of June, something that I've been working on for a while is going to launch. It's a channel on YouTube. You can find it on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook. It's a project that I'm working on that's called Employment Power.
Awesome.
And the idea is to empower both employees and to empower employers as it pertains to the law. And the idea, like I said, we are all affected. We are either employees or we are either employers. So I want to raise consciousness as it relates to the law on that area, because I think with my experience as an attorney that the absence of knowledge in that area often leads to, results that are unfavorable.
Yeah.
And they leave a sort of a terrible stench. And because it goes to the very root of who you are as a person, it affects you, it affects your family, it affects so many different people. So I think it's important for people to be empowered, and that's exactly what I will be doing.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so who is part of the production? Is this your baby alone? You have a lot of people that are helping you. What's the setup right there?
So, obviously I'm the one who's producing, I'm the one who is behind the content.
Yes.
I'm sharing my knowledge in my capacity as a legal professional.
Right.
And that's where I come in. But I am working in collaboration with Bell Sabo Consultants.
Awesome.
Bell Sabo Consultants is run by Bell Sabo. She's popularly known as a makeup person, but she's recently rebranded, and she's now doing a number, a plethora of things, including image consultancy, brand and marketing, and production as well. She's very multi-talented. So I'm working in collaboration with her in this project.
I like that. You
She's
mentioned
the one that's producing it.
What's up, Belle?
What's up?
Belle is actually in the building. Appreciate you so much. So you mentioned something really, really interesting in your opening statement. You said you needed to empower both the employer and the employee.
Yes.
And that's part of the reasons why you've come up with this channel that is Employment Power.
Yes.
Could you ever really empower the employer?
Yes.
Yeah?
I think
because I think the narrative mostly is that the employee is always at the downside of things in the relationship that is employer and employee.
Right.
So in your channel, get me into what you could possibly say that could empower an employer.
So I think an empowered employer is the best employer to have.
Yeah. There we go.
That's an employer who knows exactly what the position of the law is as it pertains to what he or she ought to be giving their employees. Because you'll agree with me that it sucks sometimes to have to negotiate what we as lawyers know as the basic, right?
Yeah.
And if an employer already knows, for example, what should happen during maternity leave, you're not having the painful conversation of this is what you ought to give me. You know, they've already made provision for that in their books in advance, right?
Yes.
And sometimes the reason employers sometimes, act some type of way is because they're hit by, it's a surprise to them that, I didn't know. So I never made provision for this in my books.
You're
telling me you need to be paid a severance? I don't have that in my budget. But severance is quite basic, you know?
It's crazy because then my next question would have been, in your experience as an attorney, 7 years now?
Almost 7 years.
How's the 7 years, man? Real quick, before I get to the actual question.
It's been quite the journey.
Yeah.
It's been quite the journey. Lots of ups and downs.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy with the progress that I've made.
Awesome.
It's been, I've learned so much. I've helped so many, both employers and employees. In terms of the law.
Yes. And
during that time, I've also had the opportunity to assist in opening the second branch of our law firm in Francistown. So that was also quite the challenge as well.
Dude, when I heard that, I was like, man, these are levels on levels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then what people don't know is that you're my classmate.
Yes, they don't know this.
This is like, y'all should have seen Shathani back in varsity UB days. You've grown, dude. You've grown from the Shathani we used to know and I used to know and know it's still up to now. You've grown, and I'm very happy at your milestones, right? The question that I needed to ask before we wrap it up, because we're about to run out of time, was what should people then expect when the channel comes, right? Mm-hmm. What should a person who is viewing this channel, who is viewing whatever you have to offer, get out of the whole thing?
Like I said, consciousness.
Yes.
Legal consciousness.
Legal consciousness.
Yes. Because what I'll be doing is really pointing you in the right direction. Right? Because sometimes you sort of need that aha moment to sort of be like, oh, I didn't realize I hadn't, for example, it was important for me to have put together a written contract, right? Do you have one? Does it have section B and C and D? Sort of to start the conversation with yourself, with your employer. You start then going back to your workplace and scrutinizing, do we have this in the workplace? Have we thought about this?
Yes.
Have we thought about paternity leave, looking at what's happening? Have we thought about how we sort of frame work from home, because a lot of people are now working from home.
Right.
So the idea is to start the conversation and to create a safe space where you can have those conversations and know that there are answers to them. And in that way, you create what I think should happen in the employment relationship, that it should be a mutually beneficial relationship. The employer should get something good out of it, and so should the employee. But if everything is sort of shrouded in secrecy, or most people have no idea how to navigate that, then that's what leads to the unfavorable and almost sad situations that we see around.
So many unfair labor practices.
Exactly.
But because of you and your brand new channel that drops on the 14th of June, you're going to eliminate that and maybe just, dumb it down a little bit with the legal consciousness, yeah?
Yeah.
Shathani, I appreciate you for coming. We should have had so much more time, but time is jealous. What do you need to say in your 2 minute of last words?
So catch me on Employment Power every Tuesday at 10 a.m.
There we go.
On YouTube.
Wait. What? Did you say Tuesday 10 a.m.?
Yes, Tuesday 10 a.m.
Nope. Could you move it to 11?
Well, it's set for Tuesday 10 a.m. on Instagram.
Not cool.
On LinkedIn, on Facebook,
not cool.
On YouTube, and of course it's on the channel. So if you miss it at 10 a.m., it's gonna be there.
You know why I'm saying not cool?
I have an idea.
Because the Juice 2.0 drops.
I know.
But it's great. It's great. You come in with the legal employment power. We'll come in with the other juicy stuff.
Absolutely.
And then together we put out something. You know what I mean?
It's a powerhouse situation.
Look at that.
Go.
Appreciate you so much. Where can people find you real quick on your socials?
You can find me at Shathani Somolekae on my Facebook page.
All right.
You can find me at Shathani Somolekae on LinkedIn.
Yep.
The content will also be airing on my other channel, on my other Instagram and Facebook page, How to Survive Law School.
Yep.
And you can also find me at Shathani, what's understroke?
Underscore
on Instagram.
Yeah. And you're such an attorney. Understroke.
And Belle, my image consultant, is in the studio.
Hey, what up, Belle?
Love to say something.
Belle, you want to say something?
Quickly, hi everyone. I think she's actually being very, very modest. This is history in the making, if I should say, TK.
Totally.
Because there's literally no lawyer that I'm aware of. I'm a lawyer as well. That is actually recording the law and putting it on video and out there.
Look at
this
that.
is record keeping.
Look at that.
A lot of it is that as Africans, we don't do any record keeping, and that's why we've lost a lot of our history. So I'm actually so excited about this because it's history in the making. It's going to be there forever. Well done, Shathani Somolekae.
Thank you very much. See you on Employment Power on Tuesday.
All right. That's Shathani Somolekae right there. Check her out Tuesday, 10 a.m., the 14th of June. Brand new channel alert. You want to be educated? Employment, labor, law? Ask your person right there. Do not hesitate to click on that and have a great time. Shathani, good looking out. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
All right.